Alright, Shalom. I want to give our praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Give double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. This is Makazar from the Trinidad camp. Just want to do a quick edification. You don't know, going out to the Lord's works. Alright, and I just some that come on the spirit, the times that we in. Alright, we see, conflict brewing around the countries, and the scripture says nation shall rise against nation, and basically this conflict gonna just the fire gonna intensify until evidently World War III gonna spark off. That's gonna be the byproduct of all this conflict we're going on right now. Alright, but I just want to look into this word right here, this phrase. It says normalcy bias. It says the normalcy bias or normality bias is the mental state people enter when facing a disaster. It causes people to underestimate both the possibility of the disaster and its possible effects, because it causes people to have a bias to believe that things will always function the way things normally function. So now, basically, every minute the scripture says shall hear wars and rumors of wars, and then when you go to 2 Peter 3, I believe it's verse 3 or 4, it says, for since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were. So now you see these things happening, and years now it happening, and people will say, hey, well, World War III ain't gonna happen because this happened in a long time. Alright, World War I was in 1914, World War II was in 1939, which basically is like a 20-year period, and since that is like over 60 years and nothing didn't happen. They will say World War III because the scripture said, behold, 2 wars are past and third cometh quickly. So they say, well, hey, they might say, hey, between World War I and World War II is a 20-year stretch, and over 60 years and World War III come. That don't mean that is not quickly. So that mean World War III ain't gonna come. Alright? The Most High, the Lord ain't gonna do that destruction. That's what people might think when they're seeing wars brewing, then they go calm down. It put them in this mindset, this complacent mindset where it's like, alright, nothing ain't gonna happen. But the scriptures don't lie, and wherever the Lord say gonna come to pass. Alright, so they might believe at one point, but then they say, nah, nothing ain't gonna happen. Hey, brothers, in the truth, some brothers follow because of that, because they might see war brewing, and then they will believe for a time that, hey, the scriptures are on point, but when it don't happen, they lose faith, and they fall under that normalcy bias too, because they say, nah, that war ain't gonna happen, that chip ain't gonna pass, Obama passed a law saying that by 2013 all American citizens supposed to be chipped. In 2017, nothing didn't happen. That is normalcy bias. That way we do. Alright, and there is a lack of faith, and the Most High is the one testing your faith. So that normalcy bias will make people get caught with their pants down. Alright, so just want to go into a few scriptures here real quick. This is Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. And that is what we're doing. So the Lord said, Ezekiel 2, I believe it's 7 or 10. It says that speak whether they hear or whether they forbear. Alright? So whether they hear or whether they forbear, we are to speak. So it's either they want to take reproof and turn from the wicked ways and believe in the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, or just be destroyed in the coming destruction. Alright? Verse 18, it says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So we are to speak whether they want to believe or not. Alright? We have to speak whether they want to believe or not. And the majority of the people ain't gonna believe, because the things that we speaking, to them it seems like it ain't gonna come to pass, because we've been speaking of this years, and everything just is like, as the brother did a video, like we basically we speak the same thing over and over. It gets redundant. The word kind of redundant, because it seems like you just saying the same thing over and over, and everything just the same. That is how it's seeming to people. Alright, it's seeming the same to them. And that is actually going to cause many of these people to be destroyed. Because what? Because of that lack of faith. Alright? This is Jeremiah 51 verse 45. It says, my people, go ye out of the midst of her. And that is we saying, hey, turn from your wicked ways and turn to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Alright, it's because of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says, and deliver ye every man his soul out of from the fierce anger of Yahweh, and lest your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come in 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor, and violence shall be in the land, ruler against ruler. And we're seeing rulers against rulers right now, but it's like a rumor, because it's just rumors of war. World War III, that is the rumor right now, rumors of World War III. But it's like we ain't seen World War III coming to pass. We just seen rumors after rumors after rumors. Alright, but we have to keep ourselves straightly and believe fully that, hey, this can come. Alright, that this can come. And this rumor after rumor, 1 year after next, gonna cause the people to go into that state of normalcy bias and make them doubt the outcome of World War III, doubt the possibility of World War III. Alright, doubt the possibility of martial law. Because they keep hearing about it on YouTube, and it's only obvious. If you keep hearing that a hurricane gonna hit a country, and every year you hear a hurricane gonna hit the country, and 10 years going, and no hurricane ever hit, nobody ain't gonna believe. It come to them like you crying wolf. Alright, you're gonna look to them like you crying wolf, and they ain't gonna believe. Alright, they ain't gonna believe. They ain't gonna believe your report. Alright? Got a picture here. It says what? Normalcy bias causes people to underestimate the possible effects of a disaster. Now that's a huge wave. Now you see the destruction coming, but they ain't gonna fear. Alright? They ain't gonna fear. It says what? Do you ever suffer from normalcy bias? You're gonna be like a ostrich. You're gonna just hide your head in the dirt and think that you're safe. So now, once I believe in the government, I trust in the government, nothing gonna happen. I'll be safe. Alright? But this destruction coming. Alright? This destruction coming, and the only way we're gonna be delivered from the destruction that coming. Alright, let me read this precept here real quick. This is John. The book of John. John chapter 3 verse 18. It says, he that believe on him is not condemned, but he that believe not is condemned already, because he had not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yahweh. So if you don't believe in this word, hey, you ain't gonna be delivered, because you're gonna get caught up in that destruction, because you're gonna think that, hey, nothing ain't gonna come to pass. This word gonna continue as it is. All right. The last scripture here is Romans chapter 10, verse 13. It says, for whosoever shall call upon the name of Yahweh shall be saved. How then shall they call upon him whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? So if we don't go out and preach, the people blood gonna be upon our hands. The blood gonna be upon our hands. So how shall they hear about the destruction and believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai unless we go out and preach? Alright? Verse 15. And how shall they preach except they be sent? So the only men that sent is GMS. Alright? And the men are preaching the exact same doctrine as GMS, like the brother from DTA. Alright? IUIC, GOCC, all these other groups, they weren't sent. They weren't sent. Alright? It says, as it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things. And we're bringing glad tidings of good things. We're bringing that Israel, Latino, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are Israelites. The name of the Most High is Yahweh. Son's name is Yahweh Shai. We're the true Israelites. The Lord gonna come to deliver us back into our land, but destruction gonna come upon the wicked. And that is the warning that we giving. That is the good tidings. And we showing them how to be delivered from the destruction. So we're bringing good tidings. Alright? Verse 16. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah said, Lord, who had believed our report? Who had believed our report? We going out week after week, month after month, year after year, preaching the same word over and over. And these people ain't believing. For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were. They ain't believing what we saying. Through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Alright? They ain't believing. Alright? And that is what going to cause them to be destroyed. Verse 17. So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of Yahweh. Alright? So, read verse 18. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words into the ends of the world. So they have heard. They have heard. That is why the word had to be preached throughout all the kingdoms of the earth. So that all the Israelites that scattered throughout all the nations can hear this word, and they would turn to the word, whether they would hear or whether they would forbear. So when they be destroyed, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai justified in his doings, because they heard the words but they didn't do them. They heard the word but they didn't do them. So when they destroyed, that'll be their own fault, their own downfall. Alright? So this normalcy bias is a hell of a thing, and this is one of the reasons we're gonna cause many people to be destroyed when they come in destruction. Because World War III is coming. Martial law is coming. The time of Jacob's trouble it is coming. It's not if, it's a matter of when. Alright, so with that, I want to give our praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. This is Makazar from the Trinidad camp saying Shalom.